And now, my memory for today, August 28th, day 53, is a memory that I entitled, this one is not necessarily safe for work. But I entitled, Don't Fuck with the Bunnies. Um, this story came about up at a county fair up in Massachusetts. That Karen and her mom and myself all would go to. Karen had gone there all the time as a kid. We had gone there many times. And it's basically your standard county fair. There were some rides and Ferris wheels and whatnot, and some games of chance. Lots of animals, cows and horses and pigs and honeybees and all that. Lots of food. Most of it is fried in some way, or sweet, or both. And this one year, me and Karen and her mom go, and there's a barn, and in the barns where they had the cows, and then there's like a little back room where they had the honeybees and stuff like that. And right in front of the entrance were all these rabbits. There's a whole bunch of rabbits, all in these cages. And there's signs all over you. Please don't touch the rabbits. Like it's all over. It's all over the cages there. Please don't touch the rabbits. And so me and Karen and her mom was there, sitting there, and we're looking at the rabbits, and they're cute. They're all cute. And so this family comes over. There's a boy, probably 9-ish, somewhere in the 9-year-old range. A mother and a father, so three members. And the father immediately starts poking his finger into the page. What? Into the cage. He's poking his finger, and he's poking one of the rabbits. And at first it's like, oh, is he just looking to, pet the rabbit? Like, what's he doing? But then he comes up and he's sliding his other finger's thumb in as well. And he's grabbing the rabbit by the ear and just pinching the rabbit's ear. And the rabbit's like would pull away and be like, ouch. But it's a rabbit, and it's in a cage, and it can't go anywhere. And he just kept on doing it. And we're looking at him like, what the hell is wrong with you? And so then he starts to pull the rabbit's ear towards the cage. And me and Karen and I are looking at each other, and she's looking at me like, I'm going to lose it here. And so he starts pulling the rabbit by its ear towards the cage, and he's kind of laughing. He's like laughing, like, hey, it's hilarious. And I look at him, and he's a fairly big guy. I mean, 6 foot, yeah, nothing. But he's a big guy. He's standing there, and I'm in the wheelchair, and I look at him, and I yell, "Hey, don't fuck with the bunnies!" And he immediately stops, and the mother jaw drops. The kid looks at me like, what? And the father looks at me all shocked. And he's like, what did you say? He says to me just like that. He's like, what did you say? And I look at him and I go, I said, don't fuck with the bunnies. And he comes walking up to me, and Karen's there just staring daggers at him. And he comes walking up to me, and he says, like he's, like he's going to intimidate me or something. And he comes walking up, right up to me. He goes, hey, you don't know what you saw. I wasn't doing anything. You better watch your language. And I go, listen, we both know what you were doing. I don't know what kind of perverse pleasure you get out of fucking with a helpless animal like that, but I'm sure both your wife and your kid knows, because you most likely take it out on them as well. And the kid immediately like buries his face in his mom's leg, starts crying. The mom is like, looks like, oh my god. And the dad backs up like I just punched him in the throat. And he says, you don't know shit. And I said, hey, I know, we both know exactly what you were doing and what you are. And Karen's just there staring at him. This guy's like, I'm in a wheelchair. Karen's 5'2". And he's totally backing off like he doesn't know what the fuck to do with us. And then he like grabs his wife by the shoulders and he's like, come on. And they go walking away from the barn. And we sat there for like another 20 minutes just to make sure they were gone. They never came back. But it was one of those moments where you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then he still was like attempting to either change the narrative on what it was he was doing, or then intimidate someone into backing off so that no one confronted him about what he was doing. I can guarantee you he voted for Trump, assuming he was still alive, because this was well before Trump was anything other than a reality show host. But yeah, I guarantee you, I know Massachusetts is a big Democratic vote, but that guy voted for Trump. And, but that's my story. Getting that asshole to back down, leave the bunnies alone, and walk away.
Use the Gary addendum.
The Gary addendum?
Yeah, that he made us that sign.
Oh, and Gary, I don't remember the sign.
He framed it and
yeah,
said,
yeah. He made Gary, our friend, my Monte Carlo twin, did make us a sign. That was framed. Do you have it handy, or?
Yeah, I can find it. Sure.
That was he made a sign that was "Don't fuck with the bunnies," and framed it. If we have it here, we'll put it on the screen. But yeah, it's just one of the situations where this guy was just a dick, and he was just like he got something out of screwing with these little bunnies. I mean, like you could see it. You could see he was enjoying it. People like that make me sick. There it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hold it here. Yeah, this was the sign that Gary made for us. Is it on the back?
That's where he got it framed.
Okay. So there you go. That's my memory for today, August 28th.